Hello and welcome to Knowing the Rules. My name is Jamal Kingston, and on today's episode, we will be going through the women's tennis team. Coming straight from Kane University, I'm joined with Samantha Liu. Samantha, hello.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. You've had quite a successful career throughout your past 4 years at Kane. In the 2021-22 season, you have won 6 matches, single matches, and 5 doubles. That makes you the winner of over 25 games. What has been your secret to your amazing record?
Honestly, I would say it's just every single time you go on the court, you always just have to try your best, whether you win or lose. It's not really about that because every single time you play a match, there's always something to learn from it. And especially, of course, everybody wants to win. That's just a natural instinct. But I think it's honestly even better to lose because then you learn from your mistakes to better yourself for the future, which I feel like that's more important than winning because it makes you better as a person, as a player, and it just gives you more to learn from than just winning because if you constantly keep on winning, there's nothing to gain from it.
For those who may not be familiar with the college recruiting process, could you share a bit about how you were about to be chosen to play for Kane?
So my decision to play for Kane was actually very last minute. When I was applying to colleges, I did plan on playing collegiate tennis just to see if there is availability for that, just because I knew I wanted to continue my tennis career into the collegiate level. So afterwards, I reached out to my coach, Jody Valenti, and from there we further discussed. I sent her over my stats record from my high school, and from there, I just became a part of the team. So yeah.
Good, good. After being recruited, how was the transition to college tennis? Could you describe the team atmosphere, the culture?
Yeah, of course. So collegiate tennis is definitely different from high school tennis. High school tennis on varsity, you have 3 singles and 2 doubles, and you only play one position. Compared to collegiate tennis, you play the 3 doubles first and then 6 singles. So as a freshman, I came in as a starter. I played doubles and singles since the first season, and also it was my first season back from my knee surgery. I had a ACL meniscus reconstruction. I had torn it during my senior year of high school, and I played until surgery date. But yeah, it's definitely different because you play more positions and it's a little bit more tiring. But it's really fun. I enjoy being a part of the team. And no matter what, I love any team that I'm part of. Yes, there'll be different personalities, but we all come together as a whole and put our differences aside. And we all know we have one thing in common, tennis. So it's just really nice being a part of a team no matter what.
What has been one of the biggest challenges you faced while playing college tennis at Kane, and how do you overcome those challenges?
So definitely the most difficult thing is not a lot of people understand tennis etiquette, which I could understand why. It's a hard sport to understand. Like I know when I first started playing, I didn't understand the scoring system. It just takes a lot of practice to learn from it. So tennis is one of the few sports that you have to remain quiet during the game, unlike other sports like football, softball, baseball. Like it's a little bit more rowdier. That's how the players they feed off of the fans cheering. But tennis is more of a mental game where tennis etiquette comes in play. Once I said, which is you have to know when it's an appropriate time to cheer. You can't cheer for somebody's unforced error, meaning like if they hit a silly ball, you can't cheer for that. And I've had issues with that over time, like fans in the crowd for the opposing team they wouldn't have tennis etiquette. And honestly, I would obviously approach my coach with my concerns. And from there, I would just try my best to tune them out. And because of the lack of tennis etiquette, it makes me want to win the matches more. So it's actually a drive, because I want to be like, even through all this rudeness and everything, like I still overcame it.
Good,
So, yeah.
good. Do you have any traditions or rituals you do to keep your mind focused in preparation of a game?
Yeah, so definitely for sure, like ritual prior to a game. Obviously, always listen to music, and then I always do my research on the tennis player, whether I played them in the past, who did they play in the past, and like I do a lot of cross referencing about like which other teams they play and seeing what the stats are. And when I serve, I have to bounce the ball a certain way. I have to release my hands a couple times, so I'm not stressed. I have to hold the ball a certain way before I toss it. And yeah, it's just like you just got to get yourself into momentum so you could create a pattern. Because throughout the match, you're going to get tired. So when you have a ritual, it helps you reset your mindset to be like, all right, this is just like any other serve, any other forehand in practice. So yeah.
Have you been able to balance schoolwork and personal life as a student athlete?
It definitely has been difficult, because so my major is athletic training, which we have a lot of clinicals and stuff. And even last season, so during the fall, it was quite difficult because I had an internship with the New York Giants at that time. So I had to miss a couple of practice and stuff, or like I would literally go from internship to practice. So it's definitely been difficult, but I think in the end, it's all worth it because I want to be a part of the team. As long as you're willing to, you'll find a way to do it. And I've definitely enjoyed every moment, even though I've had to change in my car, change in a bathroom, just did what I have to do in order to balance everything as much as possible.
Being a senior means your time at Kane is coming to an end. What are your next steps going forward?
Yeah, so it's quite sad to think about it. My team and I, we went out the other day, and I actually cried to them, and I was like, I can't believe this is it. I'm a senior. It's my last season. Like this is it. And afterwards, I'm going to Tufts for physical therapy school, and I actually found out that they're a D3 college. So I was planning on reaching out to coach over there, whether I could play or not. Like I would like to be a part of the team somewhat, like whether it's just hitting with them on the side. But if I could have another 2 years playing collegiate tennis, I mean, why not? Like it's really nice being a part of the team.
What has been your biggest takeaway after the past 4 years of being a student athlete at Kane?
Honestly, I just love the sport so much, like I really enjoy seeing people grow in the team. Like that I know we were talking about it yesterday, my team and I. There was 9 freshmen that came in and now there's only 2 of us as a senior. Even though they're not a part of the team, we always still welcome them and always tell them, like we get it, like things happen, like but no matter what, you'll always be a part of Kane Tennis, and we're more than happy to always meet up as a team. So it's just nice to see how even though they're not directly a part of the team still, we're still a family. So it's really nice just to have that comfort.
Good, good. Last question. Do you have any advice or words of wisdom for anyone looking to join the tennis program here at Kane University?
Yeah, so Kane Tennis, we welcome all levels, whether it's whether you're playing recreationally or like you're very serious about tennis, all is welcome. And it's just the teammates are great, the coach is great. Jody, she's always willing to work with you. She tries her best. She's very understanding, very caring. And I just wish that there'll be people that join because unfortunately it's sad to say with the way that's looking there's only going to be 3 people left, so you need at least 6 people for the lineup. So I really hope people do decide to join Kane Tennis, because it's just very welcoming and it's nice as a freshman to be a part of a team because then you come on campus knowing people, you have upperclassmen to look up to, you could get advice from them, and it's just a nice little family, like I said.
We're going to take a quick break for now, but we will be back after these short messages.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed. I'm Jody Valenti, head coach of the women's tennis team.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. And I just have a few questions for you. So just some quick background. You went to school here at Kean University for both your bachelor's and master's. Took over the tennis program in 2013. In 2015, you were named the NJAC Coach of the Year and currently hold the record for the winningest coach in program history. In 2019 to 2020 season, you had 11 wins, which was the most wins in Cougar history since 2010. You've quite literally made history here at Kean. Is there any other goals you want to reach for your upcoming season?
Yeah, so we have a great group of ladies this year, and ultimately our goal is to always have a 500 win season. And also another goal is, which we did, I think it was 2 years ago during the pandemic, is make the NJAC tournament. So that's one of our goals. You have to be the top 4 teams in the conference to make it. So our goal is to be 500 and to make that tournament.
Perfect. And what made you stick around Kean?
So Kean gave me a great experience both as a student, where I did earn 2 of my degrees, a BA in Phys Ed and Health Teaching, and my master's as in educational leadership. And I have been a teacher, for a PE teacher for 20 years in the Garfield School District. So it kind of motivated me, gave me a great foundation in an education asset, but it also gave me a great opportunity to come back at Kean and take what I learned from being at Kean as a student athlete to give to the other student athletes here at Kean University right now. So it's a great place to be. It has great staff, great faculty, great facilities. So I just wanted to give back what I learned and help others.
Perfect. And for our viewers who have not been on this beautiful court, how would you describe what it's like being here on match day?
So just like I said, Kean University is a magnificent campus. It's just beautiful in all aspects. Beautiful buildings, beautiful athletic facilities. So to come on a game day, it's just seeing a lot of student athletes who work really hard and who play with heart. It's just a great experience to come see them show their talent and all the hard work they put in on this great beautiful campus.
Okay, and the very last question, when it's time for recruitment, is there anything you specifically look for in your athletes?
So yeah, first of all, I look for student athletes that have been involved in the sport for numerous years, maybe throughout high school or started when they're younger. But I also look for a great positive attitude where I know they're going to be very committed and dedicated to the KU women's tennis team. So I definitely look for those athletes that are going to come here and play with heart always.
Perfect. Thank you so much for participating and helping me out. I really appreciate you, Coach Jody. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming and staying the entire time, and we seriously appreciate and love your support.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid?
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
We're helping our classmates.
Thank you. Aquí ayudamos a quienes les gusta comer postres ricos.
I'm helping my customers.
Sim, muito obrigado. Tchauzinho. Eu estou a fazer isto para ajudar a minha família, comunidade e amigos.
Hi, my name is Marconi Gathers, the Health Director for the Township of Butte. Getting vaccinated is the best way to ensure that we continue to help others in our community. COVID-19 vaccines are safe, effective, and free. So please continue to help your community by getting vaccinated at one of our upcoming vaccination clinics. Remember, together we can help our community.
Welcome back to Knowing the Rules. We are continuing our conversation with our guest, Samantha Liu. I want to get into your background history when it comes to tennis. I just want to ask, what is it like playing for Coach Valenti? I heard is it she or he?
She. Yeah.
I heard she's a sweetheart, apparently. Is it true?
Yeah, Jody, always love her, you know. She loves her ping. She's always like feels the joy and everything. Every single time she comes to practice, our matches, yes, especially for matches. She may be a little bit stressed, you know, because she wants the best for us. But no matter what, I love her, and she's always here to uplift us. And I just, I'm definitely going to miss her. So, yeah.
What is the team dynamic like?
Our team dynamic, like I said earlier, we're like a family, very welcoming. We always try our best, you know, like after practice, after matches, if we can go out as a team, go out. Because obviously it's easier to schedule that way, you know, once practice or matches are over, like we don't really have anything planned. So we usually try to go out as a team, always get to know each other better, you know, and like always there to give each other advices, and we'll always be there for one another.
And if you don't mind, I would like to ask how you got onto tennis. What age did you start playing? When did you realize that this sport was really for you?
Yeah, of course. So I moved from New York to New Jersey in the middle of 8th grade. So when we were starting high school, I was like, oh, we have a tennis team, you know, let me reach out. So funny thing was I actually reached out. My coach, he mistyped my email, never knew about preseason, missed all of that. And then finally the season started, knew nothing about tennis. And after that season occurred, I was like, all right, now I'm going to get serious about tennis. And that's when I started getting serious about tennis. And the reason why I decided to pick tennis out of all of these possible sports in high school is because I wanted a reason to get closer to my father. And he had played tennis. So I was like, okay, let me play tennis. And hopefully this is something my father and I could bond over. And what ended up happening is my whole family ended up being a tennis family. I have 3 younger sisters, and they all play tennis. So we're a big, happy tennis family.
Good. Is there anyone in the tennis world that you look up to?
Honestly, I really think, this may be cliche, but I really think Serena Williams is amazing because she has proven that she was able to hold #1 for such a long time. I know some people may say other things, you know, but I think just with the stats, just looking at it, no other female has been able to hold #1 for so long, you know. And I really applaud her for that. I know it was definitely difficult coming back from pregnancy and stuff, but I really liked how she continued trying, you know, even through her hardships and everything. She was still able to obtain a ranking above 10, if I'm correct, if not 15. She was still up there, basically, you know. And now look at her, she's just living life.
Yeah, she's the GOAT, as we call
Yeah.
it. What motivates you to keep playing?
I really just enjoy the sport in general, and I see it as there won't be another opportunity in the future to be a part of a team, especially for free, you know, because of course you could pay for leagues and stuff, but now you're paying to play instead of just willing to and wanting to play, you know. So it's just really being a part of a team, always looking forward to the next season, and just, like I said earlier, excited to see people grow, see people come in and out of the team, you know, and just have people, you know.
Yeah. And let's see. What advice would you give to anyone watching who wants to play this game?
About tennis, honestly, with tennis, it's not about when you start. You know, you don't have to start at a young age because, as you can see, I started when I was 15. It's really about the time that you put in. You could play recreationally. You could play like professionally, I guess, like, you know, more up there. But I think it's just one of those sports where you can play when you're really young and you're really old, you know. So I think it's a good sport to keep around and just play no matter what. And whether you're good at it or bad at it, just practice and put in the time, and you'll just get better, you know.
Good.
That's all it takes.
Well, unfortunately, we are out of time. Thank you so much for joining us in today's episode. Good luck to you, Samantha Liu, on both your tennis career and your graduation. Tune in next week for our final episode of Knowing the Rules. That is all for today. I am Jamal Kingston. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.